And let's see. Let me just quickly familiarize myself with where we were.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So I've got like 500 million habitats now, and I'm starting to like forget where they were and where I should manage them. Oh.
Okay, well, I've got a bunch of stuff I need to have a look over.
Yeah, so if you want to keep it paused for a little while, we can totally keep it paused while we like...
Yeah, that would actually be really, really cool. Yes, to address some of the really kind of embarrassingly bad plays that I made early game, something that I was just mentioning to Wanderbots before we started recording, the mechanics of playing a tall empire have completely changed. The things that...
you still have to make it wide.
Yeah, you do, really. Whereas previously, it was all about the planets and the populations. Populations factored into it, but mostly it was the planets. Weighed very heavily on how much the technology and unity costs scaled with each successive breakthrough. Now, it's population that plays absolutely no part in it. So if you manage to find an enormous world where you can have loads of pops, go for it. It's not going to be a factor. But planets affect it a little bit less, and now every system you control, whether there's an inhabited world there or not, affects it. So the traditional way of building tall empires is you have a very limited number of planets and then just kind of rely on territory control and having remote mines to get your income. That is completely gone now, and I didn't realize it. So I effectively built a half-tall, half-wide empire, thinking I was building a tall empire, and didn't properly expand or like grab planets the way I should have. I wonder if that can be undone. Do you happen to know, Wanderbot, if you give up a system, will it reduce the scaling, or once it's kind of set, that's it for you?
Oh. You mean for like the influence and science costs? I think it goes back down. Like I think it's a sliding scale the entire way.
That will be good, because I can see a couple of systems. Like what I'm probably going to have to do is go through every system where I'm only getting one resource and immediately dump that system. Don't need it, don't want it, want my tech to be done. Because that was the whole idea of this race, is that I'd race through technology and remain competitive by having a technological edge. But that has not materialized. Okay, I can see what I need to do. So I'm good to start going again whenever you are.
Shall I throw it on fast for now?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
Construction complete.
I'm trying to figure out... Seeing as we're in a time of peace, I guess we could go after the Ixtar Star Collective, because I'm sure we could probably declare war on them again.
Yeah, more than likely.
Wait, no. Your fleets are fine. They didn't get decimated this time around.
No, my fleets are pretty solid, actually. Wow,
okay, mine were the ones that took the hit.
Construction complete.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, you right towards the end of the war, you stopped being able to move them, and then suddenly they
well, it wasn't even that I couldn't move them. I reviewed the footage. My fleets when they
acquisition successful.
When my fleets would like go into a combat situation, whatever trigger for like getting into combat there was, it wouldn't. Oh, thanks.
Damn it.
It shouldn't be a problem.
No.
But whatever the trigger was for being like, oh yeah, I'm in combat, that never went. So they would just sit there and just get shot and just die.
Oh, and they never fight back.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Oh, that's
shoot
so
back,
much worse than I realized. I thought when you said they're not moving, but they're just getting crushed, it was like, well, you know, all they could have done is run away if the other army was big enough to crush them anyway. But I was assuming that they, you know, if something caught up with them, they fought back at least. Oh wow!
This was like a 4,000 fleet taking on a 20,000 fleet, 30,000 fleet and winning. Not exactly.
Oh my lord! There's a pirate battleship just showed up. It looks so cool though.
Which system?
Let me bring up the UI again in the...
Probably Mufrid?
Mufrid, yeah. That thing looks amazing. Looks like it was just built out of hollowed out asteroids.
It does look cool. I kind of wish that
Awesome.
this game doesn't have like a fly cam, does it? Oh, it kind of, nope, not really.
Well, what I do is I just turn off the UI and then just move my camera around. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that is cool.
Though I do need to deal
a
with
really
it.
cool fly cam.
I need to stop being impressed with the enemy ships that are eating my systems and go and kill them.
Oh. Yes. You've got a fleet nearby.
Yeah, I've got 2 fleets quite close by. I should be fine. I'm going to start moving one of them
Here.
up to...
I'll go blast the base, seeing as it's right there.
Oh,
you
cool.
can go for the battleship.
Awesome, thank you. I'm going to head up towards the what is it? The Ixdar Star Collective. Yeah. Heading there now. Right, but yes, I'm going to need to start going through and just peeling off certain systems which I don't intend to keep. For example, yeah, I'm just getting a tiny little bit of stuff from this one. I should just be able to destroy them. Yep, disband.
So you're just getting rid of the star bases that like you don't need?
Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, can I get rid of star bases though? I'm sure I can. Oh, there we are. Dismantle. Yeah, it's just a button instead of disband.
Yeah, works.
Yeah, I'm going to slowly make my way through. The first wave, I'm going to just, unless it's a resource I desperately need. For example, like if I had somewhere that had 14 minerals, but it was only minerals, I'd keep it. But if it's just something that just gives energy, probably just going to drop that. Likewise for some sciences, but we'll see. That one could definitely go. There we go. But that's going to be my focus for the first part here, is just cleaning up my systems a little bit. Wherever I can.
I think I'm playing the exact opposite of you. Seeing as I've got so many minerals, I'm just building a bunch of construction ships and trying to jam as many habitats into
you absolutely
into my
should.
sectors as possible.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. The interesting thing though, in regards to playing tall versus playing wide, is that because the planets have a much less effect on systems, the scaling costs, you can have lots of habitats just in a small amount of systems. And you'll probably still have a similar effect. Need to get down there. I've got resources full. You're able to trade, aren't you, with the various traders for money?
Yeah.
I'm just going to send you a bunch of money because I'm wasting it right now. So you can just turn this into minerals at some point. Let's see. Also, let's make sure that we've got our agreements active. Up. And energy credits, instant transfer. Is there a way?
Yeah, unfortunately, the way trade deals work now is it's just on a monthly basis, it looks like.
Oh, really? Have you got room for 10k?
Energy credits?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
System survey complete.
Let me see if I can trade for minerals. Okay. Yeah, I've got no room for anything. What I've done is effectively, I'm just giving... I'm giving 200 energy per turn for 100 minerals per turn. That's about the best I can do.
Oh, that's very different then, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to make...
It'd be nice if I could...
I abused that system so actively before. I would just focus on energy. I wouldn't really care about minerals, and then I would just buy all the minerals I'd ever need. It's not quite the way I think it was intended.
Yeah, they've changed it now.
Which is it is good that they're mixing things up like that. Honestly, I'm gonna get another science ship though. And where's that hostile fleet present? Oh, I see it. Let's get you over there. Oh, that's kind of a pain. It's out of my way, really. Oh well.
I think the pirates have been called on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't really care for that one, but I do like this one.
This might get expensive. It shouldn't be a problem.
Construction complete.
We'll see.
Actually, rather than me just deleting the systems I don't want, do you want me to transfer them over to you?
Yeah, that could work.
Seems like a better system, since I'm just shedding systems that don't have enough strategic value to me. I mean, there is, although it's not immediately obvious in the video, I am also assessing systems based on their strategic value, in that some systems are just amazing choke points, and even if they're not giving me much in terms of minerals or anything like that, they still make a lot of sense for me to claim, just because I can control any the ships moving through them as a result of that.
I'm actually looking at your empire right now. It's just this like weird column.
It is.
I guess mine's not that much better.
I was basically sandwiched between enemies, you, and the galactic core, which wasn't great. Ooh.
I didn't give you a whole lot of room to maneuver.
There we go. Let's keep that on the move. And I should have a science ship. Yes. Glorious. Alright. I was going to say, I'm not going to waste my my influence on getting edicts to help me with energy, considering I'm full on it, and then I realized, I'm actually full of influence too. It's not great, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Okay, that's where they are. I was confused where the pirates were, seeing as I'm supposedly getting raided, and it wasn't super obvious. The answer was, they're going for that itty-bitty little section up at the very, like, north bit. The planets that you gave me from the Empire we killed.
Oh!
I totally forgot about them.
Oh, right, yeah. How big is the fleet? I've got...
11, 12,000. It's pretty far north, but if you could get up there faster than me.
I've got a fleet that's not terribly far away. It's not close either, but it's just moving through your little island of systems where we finished off. I forget the name now, but
do you want to? Between the two of us, between our fleets, I bet we could probably take out those pirates. Like,
that
actually
would help us out a lot, I think. Yeah, I'm down for that if you are.
Sure.
I'm just gonna let my ships refuel and all that. Repair and rearm, and then I'll be sending them out.
Because yeah, it looks like they just wrecked my system in Malthula, and that was it. Which really is not that big of a deal.
Transfer systems, Alcor. Then.
Oh, hey, I can make a Titan. How many Titans can I make?
I think we can only make
the answer is
one per.
3. Our Empire can only support 3 Titan-sized ships.
That's not too bad. I can't see that system, which is annoying. Actually, it's going to take me a bajillion years to look through and pick out all of the systems. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to destroy things. But feel free, if you notice like a conspicuous hole in my empire, just fill it with one of your construction vehicles. That's fine.
Yeah, I could do that.
Because unfortunately, it is still really annoyingly fiddly to offer systems.
Yes. Okay.
Ship augmentations completed.
Alright, moving my second fleet up now. Yeah, I've got loads of little systems that just basically have nothing of any particular worth there. I just didn't realize how much of a detriment they were to my strategy. I do hope that this does scale back down again, though, now I'm deleting these systems. Otherwise, it's like massive waste what I'm doing right now. But
shouldn't be a problem. I'm not actually even seeing the systems you're losing, just like a little bit here and there. I guess Yugzim and Hunter Fed. Oh, yeah, I'll grab them. I'll grab them when I've got a free ship.
A flea ship?
Small.
Very, very small. Very powerful legs. Right.
Let's see, what do we even have in this fleet? 3 battleships, some cruisers, and a bunch of destroyers.
Diplomatic alert. Military confrontation detected.
Oh, no, that's not us.
Yeah,
okay.
They've declared war on the people we were just at war with. I mean, I feel bad for them, honestly.
Yeah, I do too.
That's not going to go well at all. Right, well, I'm going to let my energy drain down. If you're having trouble spending your minerals, I can definitely accept a few.
I've mostly been just chucking them at habitats after habitats. Which is,
surprisingly effective.
Yeah. I just have 3 more that got completed.
Oh, very nice. Can you build any of the other mega structures yet?
You know, I actually haven't looked. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, so it looks like the Marauder fleet that went after me just didn't do anything. They took out a couple of my mining bases and a star base on a system, and that was it.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah. You stop playing with my phone in front of me. I guess you probably you're a little bit more selective about what you play. I'm pretty much just shotgun approach when I play new games, and I got a new phone lately that anytime I get even like the slightest hint of an email or a tweet that would be related to me,
right?
It'll usually like pop up and be like, you know, oops, that's not what I want to do. You know, you got a press code for blank game, and the problem is it's like always just mildly distracting because I'm just like, oh, that's a game I wanted. It throws me off.
Yeah, I tend to be a little bit more selective, just out of time. I don't upload nearly as much as you. I haven't quite gotten to that level of productivity.
I think I've only ever heard of like 2 other YouTubers putting out as much as I do, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably for the best. There's not a whole lot of work-life diversity with this setup.
Well, that's actually something I've been really trying to focus on in the last year or so, because I was definitely starting to feel a little bit worse for wear from the way that I was approaching my work. Although I still I wasn't like especially prolific in the amount of content I was producing. I was spending a very great deal of time. Like I kind of got bitten by the whole it has to be perfect kind of problem. Yep. And so I was spending fantastic amounts of time editing my videos, and I mean I enjoyed it. I actually do quite honestly enjoy that sort of approach, but it did take its toll. I was spending like sometimes for a single 40-minute episode, I'd spend 8 hours on that episode, and it just I couldn't fit in the rest of my life around uploading 2 or 3 videos like that a day. It's like, yeah, I'm having to basically forget about eating and sleeping most of the time, even just to get by.
Construction complete.
Everyone says you've got to be safe with that, but it's so easy to get sucked in.
Oh, it absolutely is, especially if like you don't have much else going on. I used to edit my videos more, but I ran into it wasn't like a problem, but I edited a bunch of videos and they did terribly compared to my like 0 editing videos. So eventually I was just like, don't care. Just gonna keep doing the lazy. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it lazy, but yeah, I absolutely know what you mean. I mean, it all comes down to the audience you've got, really. Like, I know with certain games, I have a very distinct divide between some types of viewers who would much rather that I condense the action and like planning and the more interesting, like for example in a game like Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld, that's actually a better example. When I'm laying out my colony, that's interesting, but when I'm just waiting for my colonists to build the stuff I've planned, that's not as interesting to some people. So they're happier if I like play for an hour and then condense that down into like half an hour of actual stuff going on rather than an hour of half and half doing stuff and half waiting for stuff to be done.
I have a weird problem with games like RimWorld and whatever. Well, I guess it's not that weird of a problem, but like my stream audience will eat it up, but whenever I put it on YouTube, the audience is decidedly meh, and I think it is to some degree what you were just talking about, like the kind of boredom factor of watching somebody like put together a base and whatnot.
Yeah. It's definitely, well, I wouldn't say it was niche, but there's definitely an audience that like that and an audience that really, really don't. I think it's kind of the Marmite effect. I'm not sure, actually, I'm not, do you get that saying?
Oh yeah, I get that.
Do.
My dad used to travel a lot. He worked for like one of the big drug companies for a while.
All right, yeah.
And he would every once in a while go on a trip to, you know, Australia or just random countries that, you know, I'd never, you know, been to. I had no idea like what they had, and he'd always come back with awful stuff and treat it as this like big joke. So I think I was 7. My dad comes home with a jar of Marmite and just is like, here you go, Wander, have fun. And I'm like, okay, sure. I like take one bite in it and immediately just start like gagging because Marmite.
But some people love it, absolutely adore it. Like I don't mind very thin amounts of it on toast, like not even like a spread really, because like you see the stereotypical like American thing of peanut butter on toast, and it's like a thick spread of it that you'd leave teeth marks in when you took a bite. Whereas with me, it's more a very ginger scraping of it on toast. I like it. It adds a little bit more texture to it. But my brother will flat out eat Marmite sandwiches, regular bread, and then just more or less spooning, and then spreading the Marmite onto the bread like a trowel, and then fold it, and then eat it like that. And I'm like, I don't even know how you're still alive. This boggles my mind. I would be so sick if I, even thinking about it, like, you know, you get that like feeling in the back of your tongue that's like, yeah, don't ever do that or I will vomit so hard I will bring up organs. It's like, yeah.
I had that with tofu the longest time. I thought I was like allergic or something to it. Anytime like tofu got anywhere close to me, I just felt like hurling.
It's funny though. Some people can really like, they just adore it, and then you're like, no, I don't see the appeal. I do not see the appeal. But Marmite is especially common for that. Right. Well, there's a couple of other systems I could dump, but yeah, actually, I'll get rid of this. 5 physics is not actually bad. No, I don't want it. Goodbye, 5 physics. Womp. I have dumped a couple of systems that had like the neutral factions in, like the Enclave and stuff like that. If you want to grab those systems, by all means, because that will build their reputation with you, I think. If you have them within your territory, it's an important
I'm actually, to some degree, working on grabbing them. I've just... Unfortunately, I've never apparently researched those. Yeah, unsurveyed systems.
Oh, right. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, I guess you know what? It's because we were sharing sensor link and map info. Mm-hmm. So my science ships never felt the need to come survey the planets that you are that you are tossing.
We're
going to have a Dalmatian empire.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be just hodgepodge everywhere. Where I can though, I'm just deleting the starbase, so the mines will still be there. So when you claim it, the mines will just turn back on.
That's good.
Unfortunately, I realized that a little bit too late, and I deleted a bunch of systems already. But then I was like, oh wait, yeah, I could do this. That's probably helpful. Right. Overall, I think, yeah, the easy ones to justify getting rid of, I've gotten rid of. The others I'll have to have a look at. Right, well, I'm more or less ready now for us to escalate matters.
I'm actually going to turn up the speed a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's taken 1,000,000 years for my science ships to move around and do anything.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that at first. And it's like, oh, wait a second. This is probably it's probably something I should do. I've more or less spent this entire session waiting for my my ships to fly from the southern part of the galaxy to the northern.
Really?
Yeah. Slow.
Well, I need another couple of months. I'll have enough minerals to build a new habitat. And that one is going to be dedicated to making more minerals, so the next habitat comes along. For those who are going to post in the comments, Aavak, you said you were going to do that with the last habitat, and then you just filled it with research. Yeah. I've got no excuse. I forgot.
Yeah, it's really easy to forget.
It's just that at the time, it was like, oh, I've got all these minerals, so I'm not hurting for minerals. But you know what I am not doing? I'm not getting research fast enough. I'm going to fill it with research things. And then I completely forgot, like, yeah, the only reason I'm not hurting for minerals is because I've been saving up. I'm a bit of a derp sometimes. I wish there was more I could do with influence, though. Damn.
Supposedly there are, like, influence quests we can do, but I've never found out where they are. Because, like, they added a whole feature where you could.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing anything of any worth to do right now, which is quite frustrating. Like, I keep looking at the planets, I'm like, oh, is there any use for the edict? But there really isn't. What do I do here? No, I can't do anything funky like machine worlds yet. I haven't actually built one of those in-game.
I haven't found the tech for it. The only mega structure I've got is habitats. Nothing else.
Right, I am going to go ahead and have a look at some new ship designs. I think I had one or two before. Can I build Titans yet? No, I can't build Titans.
I'm surprised. I'm actually hitting the infinite text at this point. I still haven't seen the Titan tech rolled by. I was expecting it would show its face by now.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm currently researching it. I've got 14 months left.
Ooh.
Then I'm going to be able to build ion cannon station mounts. So basically Titan weapons on my space bases. That's going to be amazing.
Yes.
But in the meanwhile, I suppose I could just go through and upgrade a bunch of my stations since I'm just... Oh, wait. Bad move. Cancel.
I kind of have been ignoring my stations because my territory keeps like expanding further in a direction.
Yeah.
In whatever direction, so it's
not as much. It's not as good of an investment for you by far.
Yeah.
Because your border is constantly on the move.
Okay, there we are. Okay, my fleets are almost in position. I just have to build the ships to replace them, which is surprisingly faster than otherwise. What is...
Got a couple of areas where I'm presently trying to just get a few little things being built. I need another construction ship, really, to get down there and do all of that. Actually, Zero is the worst place to do that. Should have...
What? Oh, right. Pirates. I forgot I'm finally clearing out those pirate bases to the north of my systems. You know, the ones that have just been...
there for ages.
Yeah, they've just been hanging out completely peacefully.
Have you got any small fleet of about 4 or 5 Ks worth down at the south?
Nobody could send one.
Complete.
If you could, I've got another pirate group in Delta Provonis. Basically, where I've been making holes in my empire, the pirates have been filling them in.
Technological acquisition successful.
Hooray! Biolab upgrade. And also Titans.